Cisplatin is a highly effective chemotherapy drug used to treat a range of cancers. It works by disrupting the DNA replication process in cancer cells, causing them to die. Cisplatin has been widely used to treat lung, ovarian, bladder, and testicular cancers, among others. The chemical structure of cisplatin is shown in the image, along with the glass bottle containing the drug. Cisplatin's potency and ability to target cancer cells make it an important tool in the fight against these diseases. Cisplatin is a highly effective chemotherapeutic drug used to treat a wide range of solid tumors, including testicular, ovarian, lung, and head and neck cancers. It is a platinum-based compound that interacts with DNA, leading to the formation of DNA adducts and the induction of apoptosis in cancer cells. Cisplatin was first approved for clinical use in the 1970s and has since become a cornerstone of cancer treatment, often used in combination with other chemotherapeutic agents. The molecular structure of cisplatin, with the platinum atom and chlorine ligands, is shown in the image on the left. Cisplatin was first synthesized in 1845, but its anti-cancer properties weren't discovered until the 1960s. In 1965, Barnett Rosenberg accidentally observed cisplatin's ability to inhibit cell division while studying electric fields and bacterial growth. Following promising preclinical results, cisplatin entered clinical trials in the early 1970s and was approved for use in 1978. Cisplatin's journey from initial synthesis to approved cancer treatment was marked by serendipitous discovery and rigorous clinical development. Its potential as an effective anti-cancer agent was recognized through a chance observation, paving the way for its eventual regulatory approval and widespread use in oncology. Cisplatin is a platinum-based chemotherapeutic agent used to treat various types of cancer. It works by binding to DNA, forming DNA adducts that disrupt the normal processes of DNA replication and transcription. This disruption leads to cell cycle arrest and ultimately apoptosis, or programmed cell death, in rapidly dividing cancer cells. The mechanism is complex, but the end result is that cisplatin selectively targets and kills cancer cells while sparing healthy cells. Cancer cells can easily take up cisplatin molecules through passive diffusion or specialized transport mechanisms. Once inside the cell, cisplatin forms strong covalent bonds with the DNA, primarily attaching to the nitrogen atoms on guanine and adenine bases. This binding of cisplatin to the DNA causes significant distortions and disruptions to the normal DNA structure and function. The twisting and deformation of the DNA helix that results from cisplatin binding is a key part of how this chemotherapy drug exerts its anti-cancer effects. Cisplatin, a chemotherapy drug, binds to the DNA molecule, primarily attaching to the guanine and adenine bases. This binding causes significant distortions in the structure of the DNA double helix, including bending and unwinding. These structural changes interfere with the ability of DNA polymerase, the enzyme responsible for DNA replication, to do its job effectively. As a result, DNA synthesis is inhibited, which is a key mechanism of how cisplatin exerts its anti-cancer effects. Cisplatin is a chemotherapy drug that works by damaging the DNA of cancer cells, triggering a cellular stress response. This activates the p53 tumor suppressor protein, which plays a key role in initiating apoptotic signaling cascades. The activation of p53 sets off a series of events that ultimately lead to the programmed destruction and death of the cancer cells. This process of apoptosis is the primary mechanism by which cisplatin exerts its anti-cancer effects, causing the malignant cells to undergo controlled demolition. Cisplatin is a highly effective chemotherapy drug used to treat a wide range of solid tumors, including testicular, ovarian, lung, head and neck, and bladder cancers. Its mechanism of action involves binding to and damaging the DNA of cancer cells, disrupting their ability to replicate, and leading to cell death. Cisplatin is often combined with other chemotherapies to enhance its effectiveness and target multiple pathways in cancer cells. Advances in precision medicine allow clinicians to personalize cisplatin-based treatments to individual patient and tumor characteristics for optimal outcomes. Solid tumors are localized cancerous growths, often found in organs like the breast, lung, and prostate. Surgical removal can be an effective first-line approach to eliminate these solid tumors. Radiation therapy can also target and destroy solid tumor cells, either alone or combined with other treatments like chemotherapy. Chemotherapy uses cytotoxic drugs to target rapidly dividing cells, which can be effective against solid tumors, though it may also impact healthy cells, leading to side effects. The key treatment options for solid tumors are surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy, which can be used individually or in combination depending on the specific case. Testicular cancer is a serious health concern, but the good news is it has one of the highest survival rates among all cancers. It's most commonly diagnosed in young men between 15 and 35 years old, so it's important for this age group to be aware of it. Treatments like surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation are highly effective, often leading to complete remission and long-term survival. Early detection is key, so I encourage all young men to perform regular self-exams and see a doctor if they notice any changes or abnormalities. With the right treatment, the prognosis for testicular cancer is very positive. Patients have an excellent chance of making a full recovery. Ovarian cancer is a very serious and deadly form of gynecologic cancer that originates in the ovaries. It often goes undetected until it has progressed to an advanced stage, which contributes to its poor prognosis. Chemotherapy, especially with the drug Cisplatin, is a key part of treatment for advanced ovarian cancer, often used in combination with other agents. Surgery to remove the ovaries, fallopian tubes, and other affected tissues is also a common treatment approach. Despite advances in treatment, ovarian cancer continues to have a very poor prognosis overall, highlighting the importance of early detection and research into more effective therapies. Lung cancer is a serious disease that affects the lungs, often leading to the growth of tumors. Cisplatin is a widely used chemotherapy drug for treating lung cancer, particularly non-small cell lung cancer, NSCLC. Cisplatin is often combined with other chemotherapeutic agents, such as pemetrexed or gemcitabine, to enhance the effectiveness of the treatment. For specific lung cancer subtypes, cisplatin may be used in combination with targeted therapies like EGFR or ALK inhibitors. The use of cisplatin-based chemotherapy has significantly improved the prognosis and survival rates for many lung cancer patients. Head and neck cancers are a significant health concern, accounting for 3 to 5% of all cancers in the U.S. with over 65,000 new cases annually. The most common types are squamous cell carcinomas, which start in the cells lining the mouth, nose, throat, and larynx. Key risk factors include tobacco use, alcohol consumption, HPV infection, and excessive sun exposure for lip and skin cancers. Treatment often involves a combination of surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy, depending on the stage and location of the tumor. Bladder cancer is a serious condition that requires early detection and appropriate treatment. Regular screening and diagnostic tests are crucial for catching bladder cancer early, when treatment is most effective. Intravesical chemotherapy, where drugs are directly introduced into the bladder, is a common treatment approach for certain types of bladder cancer. Depending on the stage and type of bladder cancer, patients may undergo procedures like transurethral resection or radical cystectomy. Early detection and the right treatment approach are key to improving outcomes for patients with bladder cancer. Cisplatin is a highly effective chemotherapy drug used to treat a variety of cancers. However, there are several key challenges that can limit the effectiveness of cisplatin therapy and negatively impact patient outcomes. I'll discuss some of the main challenges we face with cisplatin treatment. Understanding these challenges is crucial so we can work to address them and improve the care we provide to our patients. Cancer cells have developed various mechanisms to resist the effects of cisplatin, a commonly used chemotherapy drug. One way they do this is by decreasing the uptake of cisplatin, reducing the amount that reaches the target cells. They can also increase the activity of efflux pumps, which actively remove cisplatin from the cells, lowering the intracellular concentration. Additionally, cancer cells can enhance their DNA repair capacity, enabling them to efficiently remove and repair the DNA damage caused by cisplatin, diminishing the drug's cytotoxic effects. Lastly, resistance can arise from disruptions in the apoptotic signaling pathways that would normally lead to cell death in response to cisplatin-induced DNA damage. Cisplatin is a powerful chemotherapy drug that can unfortunately cause serious damage to the kidneys, a condition known as nephrotoxicity. This is a major side effect that limits how much cisplatin can be given to patients. The drug accumulates in the kidneys and directly damages the cells, leading to cell death and impaired kidney function. This can cause fluid buildup, electrolyte imbalances, and other complications that are very dangerous for patients. Careful monitoring of kidney function is critical when using cisplatin, and steps must be taken to try to protect the kidneys from this toxic effect. Cisplatin, a common chemotherapy drug, can have neurotoxic effects that impact the peripheral nervous system, central nervous system, and vision. Peripheral neuropathy is a common side effect, causing numbness, tingling, and loss of sensation in the hands and feet. Some patients experience persistent headaches, dizziness, and balance issues due to the effects on the central nervous system. Cisplatin can also affect the optic nerve, leading to vision problems like blurred vision, light sensitivity, and even temporary blindness. Cisplatin is a common chemotherapy drug that can cause severe nausea and vomiting as a side effect. This is due to the drug's ability to trigger the release of neurotransmitters that stimulate the vomiting reflex. The nausea and vomiting tends to be most intense in the first 24 hours after administration and can continue for several days. It's one of the most distressing side effects that patients experience during cisplatin treatment. Managing this side effect is very important to improve patient comfort and quality of life. Cisplatin is a widely used chemotherapeutic agent, but it can have significant side effects. Researchers have been exploring innovative approaches to enhance the efficacy of cisplatin and reduce its side effects. These advancements focus on optimizing drug delivery, overcoming resistance, and ultimately improving outcomes for patients. The goal is to make cisplatin-based treatments more effective and better tolerated. Some of the key areas of research include new drug formulations, combination therapies, and strategies to target drug resistance. Combination therapies that leverage synergistic effects can enhance the anti-cancer activity of cisplatin. Combining cisplatin with targeted therapies that work through different mechanisms can improve efficacy and overcome resistance. Pairing cisplatin with immune checkpoint inhibitors can elicit a robust anti-tumor immune response for certain cancer types. The key is finding the right combination of therapies that work together to maximize the anti-cancer effects. Cisplatin is typically administered as an intravenous infusion, which allows for controlled and consistent dosing throughout the treatment period. Nanoparticle-based formulations and other targeted delivery methods aim to improve the specificity of cisplatin, reducing exposure to healthy tissues. Cisplatin is often used in combination with other chemotherapeutic agents or novel treatments to enhance its efficacy and overcome resistance. Adjusting the cisplatin dosage based on individual patient factors, such as genetic profile and tumor characteristics, can optimize treatment outcomes. Nanoparticle-based formulations are a promising approach for delivering cisplatin, a chemotherapy drug. These nano-sized carriers can encapsulate cisplatin, protecting it from degradation and enabling targeted delivery to tumors. The unique properties of nanoparticles, like their small size and surface modifications, allow them to accumulate preferentially in tumor tissue. This can improve drug solubility and reduce the systemic toxicity associated with free cisplatin administration. The goal is to enhance the delivery and therapeutic efficacy of cisplatin while minimizing side effects. This slide introduces the concept of targeted drug delivery for cancer treatment, focusing on 3 key strategies: tumor-targeting ligands, nanoparticle carriers, and antibody-drug conjugates. Tumor-targeting ligands can help direct the chemotherapy drug cisplatin to the cancer site, improving its efficacy and reducing systemic toxicity. Encapsulating cisplatin in nanoparticles can shield it from premature degradation, enable selective accumulation in the tumor, controlled release, and enhanced cellular uptake. Linking cisplatin to monoclonal antibodies that recognize tumor-specific antigens can enable targeted delivery and minimize damage to healthy cells. These targeted delivery approaches aim to improve the therapeutic index of cisplatin by increasing its concentration at the tumor site while reducing exposure to healthy tissues. Cisplatin is a highly effective chemotherapy drug, but it can also cause significant side effects. Personalized dosing based on individual patient factors like weight, kidney function, etc., can help minimize side effects while maintaining therapeutic efficacy. Providing supportive care like anti-nausea medications and fluid management can also help alleviate common side effects of cisplatin treatment. Novel drug delivery systems like nanoparticles can help target the cisplatin directly to the tumor, reducing systemic exposure and lowering side effects. As researchers continue to explore the potential of cisplatin, several promising avenues are emerging that could enhance its effectiveness and minimize its side effects. One key area of focus is investigating new combination therapies that pair cisplatin with other drugs or treatment modalities. Researchers are also working to develop delivery mechanisms that could target cisplatin more precisely to tumor cells, reducing exposure to healthy tissues. Ongoing studies are examining ways to harness the immune system to potentiate the anti-cancer effects of cisplatin. Additionally, there is interest in identifying genetic or molecular markers that could help predict which patients are most likely to respond favorably to cisplatin-based treatments. Cisplatin is a chemotherapy drug that can be combined with immunotherapies to enhance the body's natural defenses against cancer. The combination of cisplatin and immunotherapies can produce synergistic anti-tumor effects, leading to improved clinical outcomes for patients. Cisplatin can be combined with checkpoint inhibitors, a type of immunotherapy, to unleash the full potential of the immune system against cancer. This combination approach aims to boost the body's immune response and improve the effectiveness of cancer treatment. The image on the slide represents the synergistic relationship between cisplatin and the immune system, with the bright light symbolizing the hope and potential of this combination approach. Cisplatin is a powerful chemotherapy drug, but some cancer cells can develop resistance to it over time. To overcome this resistance, we can use combination therapies, pairing cisplatin with other chemotherapies or targeted agents to attack the cancer cells through multiple pathways. Drugs that modify the epigenetic landscape can also help restore sensitivity to cisplatin in resistant cells by changing gene expression. Inhibiting DNA repair mechanisms in cancer cells can prevent them from recovering from the damage caused by cisplatin, making them more susceptible. Finally, we can identify and target the specific molecular mechanisms that allow cancer cells to resist cisplatin, such as drug efflux or evasion of apoptosis. Nanoparticle formulations can enhance the targeted delivery of cisplatin and reduce its systemic toxicity. Conjugating cisplatin to antibodies or other targeting molecules allows for more specific delivery to tumor cells. Controlled-release drug delivery systems can provide sustained therapeutic levels of cisplatin over time. Combining cisplatin with other drugs or therapies can improve its efficacy and help overcome resistance mechanisms. The use of these advanced delivery methods can significantly improve the therapeutic index of cisplatin. Personalized treatment approaches are key to improving outcomes for cancer patients. Pharmacogenomics allows us to analyze a patient's unique genetic profile to determine the optimal dosage and combination of cisplatin for their individual needs. Biomarker-guided therapy involves identifying specific biomarkers that predict response or resistance to cisplatin, enabling more targeted and effective treatment. Combination strategies that combine cisplatin with other chemotherapies, targeted agents, or immunotherapies can enhance efficacy and overcome resistance. Exploring advanced drug delivery methods, such as nanoparticles or polymer-based formulations, can improve tumor targeting and reduce side effects. The key takeaway from this presentation is that cisplatin has been a highly effective chemotherapy drug for treating solid tumors. Cisplatin works by binding to DNA and disrupting DNA synthesis, which is an effective way to kill rapidly dividing cancer cells. However, there are challenges with cisplatin therapy, such as drug resistance and side effects, that have driven ongoing research to improve upon this treatment. Despite these challenges, cisplatin remains a cornerstone of cancer treatment due to its proven efficacy. In summary, cisplatin has been a game-changing cancer drug, but there is still room for improvement and further advancements in this area. Cisplatin is a chemotherapy drug that works by binding to DNA, inhibiting DNA synthesis, and inducing apoptosis in cancer cells. It has been effective in treating a variety of solid tumors, including testicular, ovarian, lung, head and neck, and bladder cancer. However, there are some key challenges with cisplatin, such as drug resistance, as well as side effects like nephrotoxicity, neurotoxicity, ototoxicity, and nausea/vomiting. Ongoing research is exploring ways to address these challenges, including combination therapies, improved delivery methods, and more personalized treatment approaches. Cisplatin is a widely used chemotherapy drug, but there is still room for improvement in its efficacy and safety. We are exploring ways to enhance the anti-tumor activity of cisplatin by combining it with other chemotherapies, targeted agents, and immunotherapies. Improving the delivery and formulation of cisplatin could help reduce side effects and increase tumor-specific targeting. By using biomarkers and pharmacogenomics, we can identify patients most likely to benefit from cisplatin and personalize treatment strategies for them. These areas of future research hold promise for improving outcomes for patients treated with cisplatin.